Wapanakakos recognizes that we are performing on the ancestral, traditional, unceded, and unsurrendered lands of the Coast Salish peoples, namely the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh. Wapanakakos is committed to land back and true reconciliation with all Coast Salish host nations. We also stand in solidarity with other victims of ongoing neocolonialism and genocide around the world, including Palestine, Sudan, and the Democratic Republic of Congo. We invite settler audience members today to consider their role in settler colonialism and what actions we can take today that might impact the world 7 generations from now. Wapanakakos would like to give a massive thank you to our generous supporters at Canada Council for the Arts, BC Arts Council, the Anglican Foundation of Canada, and our backers on Kickstarter. Your support in this project has meant the world to us and allowed this show to materialize. Thank you. In the rare case that we need to evacuate the building, emergency exits are located on your left and right at the rear of the auditorium and lead out into the parking lot of Granville Island Hotel. If you need to exit during the show for any reason, one of our in-house ushers will assist you out the door in which you entered. Our FOH manager will reseat you when you are ready, if it is permitted. Please note that this show uses haze, content warning for semi-nudity and simulated violence. For the safety of our performers, please refrain from taking video or photos with flash, and please do not touch any performers during the show. Please enjoy the Perelandra Project.
Thank God you've come. I've just about to get myself together. And to tell you the truth, Ransom, I'm getting more worried every day about this whole business. It came into my head as I was on my way here.
There were all sorts of things into your head if you let them. The best plan is to take no notice and keep straight on. Don't try to answer them. They're like drawing you into an interminable argument.
Looky, this isn't child's play. This is a real-life angel.
Angel?
Sitting in your cottage parlor room. Are you quite certain that this dark lord, this depraved Oyasa tell us really exists? Do you know for certain either that there even are two sides, or which side is ours?
Years ago, the Oyasa hinted to me that my arrival might be the beginning of a whole new phase in the life of our solar system. The field of our world. Now, it might mean that the isolation of our world, the siege, might be the beginning to draw to an end. For one thing, the two sides, as you call them, good, evil, yin-yang, liberatory, have begun to bear much more clearly and much less mixed here on Earth, to show in something a little more like there are two colors.
I see that. All right.
The other thing is the Black Archon, our own bit Oyasa, is meditating some sort of an attack on Perelandra.
But is he at large like that in the solar system?
But that's just the point. Oh, he can't get there in his own person, in his own photosome, or whatever you should call it. No. As you know, he was driven back within these last centuries before any human life existed on the planet. Now, if he ventured to show himself outside the moon's orbit again, he'd be driven back again by the main force. Now, he must be attempting Perelandra in some different way.
Where do you come?
Well, simply, I've been ordered there.
What have you got to do when you get there?
I haven't been told.
Are you saying you're just a part of the Oyasa's entourage?
No, he isn't going to be there. He's to transport me to Venus, and after that, as far as I know, I shall be alone.
Okay, Ransom. I mean...
You're feeling the absurdity of it, Dr. Elmo Ransom setting out single-handed to combat powers and principalities. You may be wondering if I've got megalomania.
I didn't mean that, quite.
But I think you did. At any rate, that's what I've been feeling myself ever since this was sprung on me. Well, when you come to think of it, is it odd dear what any of us have to do every day? I mean, with the Bible, use that very expression about fighting with principalities and powers and depraved hyposematic beings. Our translation at that point is very misleading, by the way. It meant that quite ordinary people were to do the fighting.
But that's rather different. That refers to immoral conflict.
Louis, you're inimitable. You're simply inimitable.
Say what you like, Ransom, but there is a difference.
Yes, there is, but not a difference that makes it megalomania to think that any of us might have to fight either way. I'll tell you how I look at it. Haven't you noticed, in our own little war here on Earth, there are different phases. And while any one phase is going on, people get into the habit of thinking and behaving as if it was going to be permanent. But really, the thing is changing under your hands all the time, and your assets and your dangers this year are the same as the year before, and in the next phase it may be anyone's job to be in that one quite a different mode.
I see.
Don't imagine I've been selected to go to Perelandra because I'm anyone in particular. One can never tell, or not too long afterwards, why anyone was selected for any job. And when one does, it's usually a reason that leaves no room for vanity. Certainly, it's never for the man what is regarded as his chief qualifications.
But you've no idea what you ought to do or conditions you will find?
No idea what I'm to do. There are jobs, where it's essential one should not know too much beforehand. Things one might have to say. One cannot say effectively if one had prepared them. As to conditions, well, I don't know much. I'm to go naked. It will be warm. Our astronomers don't know anything about the surface of Perelandra at all. The outer layer of our atmosphere is too thick. Anyways, you haven't asked me where you come in.
Do you mean I'm to go to?
No, you want to stay here and to pack me and to stand by to unpack me when I return, if all goes well.
Pack you? In the coffin? Oh, Ransom, how on earth are you going to travel in that thing? What's the motive power? It's about air and food and water.
The Oyasa Malacandra himself will be the motive power. He'll simply move it. Don't ask me how. I've no idea what organs or instruments they use, but a creature that has managed to keep a planet in its orbit for several billions of years will be able to manage packing kids.
But what will you eat? How will you breathe?
He tells me I shall need to do neither. I shall be in some state of suspended animation. I can't understand when you describe it, sir, but that's his affair.
Are you quite happy about it?
If you mean does my reason accept the view that he will accident spot, deliver me safely on the surface of Perelandra, the answer is yes, but if you mean do my reason and my nerves respond to the view, I'm afraid the answer is no. I mean, one can believe in anesthetics yet feel in a panic when they actually put the mask over your face. I think I feel as a man who believes in the future life feels when he's taken out to face a firing party. Perhaps it's good practice.
And I'm to pack you into that accursed thing?
Yes, after that, I think you'll just see it glide off.
And then?
Well, then comes the difficult part, my friend. You must hold yourself in readiness to come down here. The moment you're summoned to take off the lid and unpack me, and let me out when I return.
And when do you expect to return?
Nobody can say. 6 months? A year? 20 years? That's the trouble. I'm laying a pretty heavy burden on you. Farewell, my friend. I'm a stranger. I come in peace. Is it your will that I stay?
What is peace? Apologies. I was young before when I laughed at you. I did not know that the people of your world do not like to be laughed at.
You say you're young.
Yes.
Are you not young now also?
Oh, I see. It is quite strange to say one is young in the moment one is speaking, when in another moment I shall be older. And then I shall say I was young now. You are quite right. This is great wisdom you are bringing out, piebald man.
What do you mean?
This looking backward and forward along the line, and seeing how a day has one appearance as it comes to you, another when you are in it, and a third as it has gone past, like the waves.
But you're very little older than before.
How do you know that?
I mean, the time I spent dancing here was not a very long time.
I see. You think time's of lengths. A night is always a night, whatever you do in it. As from this street to that, are always so many paces, whether you take them quickly or slowly. I suppose that is true in a way, but the waves do not always come at equal distances. I see you come from a wise world, if this is wise.
What do you know about the other worlds?
I know this. Beyond the roof is all deep heaven, the high place. And the lava is not really as spread out as it seems to be, but is rolled up into little bars, little lumps of the low swimming in the high. And the oldest and greatest of them are that which we've never seen nor heard and cannot at all understand. But only younger, Mountain has made to grow the things like you and I that breathe and breathe.
How have you found all this out? I mean, your roof is so dense that your people cannot see into deep heaven into the other worlds.
I see it. Your world has no roof. You live always in that terror and delight. But we can only believe you can behold. Isn't this a wonderful invention of Maladil? When I was younger, I could imagine no beauty but this of our own world, but he can think of all, and all different.
The beasts in your world seem almost rational.
We make them older every day. Is not that what it means to be a beast?
That is what I've come to speak to you about. Valdil has sent me here for some very special purpose. Do you know what it is?
No.
Then you must take me to your home and show me to your people.
People. I do not know what these words mean.
Your kindred, the others of your kinds.
Do you mean the king?
Yes, if there's king, I'd better be born before him.
I cannot do that. I do not know where to find him.
To your own home then.
What is home?
The place where people live together and have their possessions and bring up their children.
This is my home.
Do you live here alone?
What is alone?
Take me to where I shall meet others of your kind.
Now when I was on one, he was on another. And the waves rose up and we were driven apart.
Well, okay, there must be some others of your kind, but King cannot be the only one.
He is the only one. Did you not know?
But just take me to some others of your kind, your friends, your brothers, your sisters, your kindred.
I do not know what these words mean.
Who is this King?
He is himself. He is the king. How can one answer such a question?
You must have had a mother. Is she alive? Where is she? When did you last speak to her?
I have a mother. What do you mean? I am the mother.
I don't understand.
Nor I.
Okay, if you are the mother, where are your children?
Not yet.
And who will be their father?
The king. Who else?
But the king, had he no father?
He is the father.
Do you mean that you and this king are the only two of your kind in this whole world?
Of course. I had forgotten that yours was an older world than ours. There are many of you by now. There are children of children of children by now. And you are perhaps one of these.
Yes.
Greet your lady and mother well for me when you return to your own world.
Our lady and mother is dead.
What is dead?
Well, with us, they go away after a while. Now it takes the soul out of them and puts it somewhere else. In deep heaven, we hope. They call it death.
Do not wonder, Paimon, that you should have been chosen for Time's Corner. You live your life looking out always on heaven itself. And as if that were not enough, he takes you all thither in the end. You are favored beyond all worlds.
No, it's not like that.
Perhaps you were sent here to teach us death.
Listen, it's not like that. It's horrible. Malcolm himself, when you saw it, you don't understand, lady, but in our world, not all events are welcome or pleasing. Now, there may be such a thing as you would cut off both your arms or your legs from to prevent it happening. And yet it happens with us.
But how can one wish for the waves rolling towards us not to reach us? The Maladil is rolling towards us.
Well, even you. I know now that when you first saw me, you were hoping that I was the king. But you found out I was not. Did your face not change? Was that event not unwelcome? Did you not wish it to be otherwise?
Oh. I've been so young until this moment that all my life until now seems to have been a kind of sleep. I thought I was being carried. And behold, I was walking. What you made me see is as plain as the sky, but I never saw it before. And yet it has happened every day. One goes into a forest to pick food, and already the thought of one fruit rather than another has grown up in one's mind. And then it may be one finds a different fruit, and not the fruit one thought of. One joy was expected, and another is given. But this I've never noticed before. There is the moment of the finding, a kind of thrusting back, or setting aside. The image of the fruit you have not found is still for a moment before you. And if you wish, if it were possible to wish, you could send your soul after the good you had first thought of instead of the good you got. You could refuse the real good. You could make the real fruit taste insipid by thinking of the other.
That's hardly the same thing as finding a stranger when you wanted your husband.
Oh, that's how I came to understand the whole thing. You and the king differ more than two tastes, and when the difference is as great as that, and each the two things so great, then the first thought does stay in the mind quite a long time. Many beats of the heart after the other good has come. And this, O Piebald, is the glory and the wonder you have made me see, that it is I myself, who turn from the good expected to the given good. Out of my own heart I do it. One could conceive a heart which did not, which clung to the good it had first expected and turned the good that was given it into no good.
I don't see the wonder and the glory of it.
I thought the good things he sent me drew me into them, as when the waves lift the islands. But now I see that it is I who plunge into them, with my own legs and arms, as when we go swimming. How has he made me so separate from himself? How did it enter his mind to conceive such a thing? The world is so much larger than I thought. I thought we were along paths. But now it seems there are no paths. The going itself is the path. What is that?
sent him. He failed once and now he's here. That's up to me to do something about it. You spoke, lady, of clinging to your good instead of taking the good that came.
Yes, for a few heartbeats.
And there was an elder who clung longer, who has been clinging since before the worlds were made.
But the old good would cease to be good at all if he did that.
Yes, it has ceased, and still he clings.
Look, he's healing.
Look, there is no time to explain.
No time? What has happened to the time?
Now listen, that thing down there has come to deep heaven from my world, and there's a man in it, perhaps many men, and you must not meet the man from my world.
But if the king's not here, who else should greet us?
I will greet him.
It is not your world, Tyrell.
Listen, you don't understand. That man is a friend of that elder of whom I told you, the one who clings to the wrong good.
Then we must explain it to him. Welcome to home!
You, come here. May I ask you, Dr. Ransom, what is the meaning of this?
Are you going to begin in this world by ignoring its inhabitants? Or do you plan on murdering these ones too?
I do not know what these words mean. Come, the water is rising. We mustn't stay upon the fixed lands after nightfall.
Stay where you are, Ransom. That maiden can go where she likes. Oh, the sooner the better.
You indeed do not come with me, Tyrell.
No. It shall be that you and I shall not meet soon again. Greet the king for me if you find him, and speak of me always to Maldo. I'll stay there.
We shall meet when Malindale pleases, or if not, some greater good will happen to us instead.
Now, you allowed yourself to use the word murder just now, Dr. Ransom. Oh, in reference to an accident which occurred when we were on Malacandra. In any case, the creature involved was not a human being. Allow me to inform you that I consider the seduction of a native girl as an almost equally unfortunate way of introducing civilization to a new planet.
Oh, seduction. That's...
Well, when I find a naked civilized man embracing a naked savage woman in a solitary place, that is the name I give to it.
Oh, I wasn't embracing her, and no one wears clothes here. What does it matter? You can get on with the job that brings you to Perelandra.
You expect me to believe that you have been living here with that woman under these conditions in a state of sexless innocence?
Oh, sexless innocence? Alright, if you like, that's about as good as a description of living in Perelandra as it would be to say that a man had forgotten water because Niagara Falls didn't immediately give him the idea of turning it into cups of tea. But you're right enough if you say that I have no thought of desiring her. But don't say I'm asking you to believe it, or for you to believe anything. I'm asking you nothing but to begin and end as soon as possible, whatever butcheries and robberies you've come to do.
Oh, Ransom, you needn't worry about all that. I recently have become a convinced believer in emergent evolution. See now, all is one. The stuff of mind and the unconsciously purposed dynamism is present from the very beginning. The majestic spectacle of this blind, inarticulate purposiveness thrusting its way upwards and ever upwards, an endless unity of differentiated achievements towards an ever-increasing complexity of organization, towards spontaneity and spirituality, swept away all my old conception of a duty to man as such. Man, in himself, is nothing. The forward movement of life, the growing spirituality, spirit, is everything.
I don't know much about what people call the religious view of life. You see, I'm a Christian, and what we mean by the Holy Ghost is not a blind, inarticulate purposiveness. Oh, okay, one wants to be careful about this sort of thing. There are spirits and spirits, you know?
Hey, what are you talking about?
I mean, I think might be a spirit not good for you.
But I thought we agreed the spirit was the good, the end of the whole process. I thought you religious people were all out for spirituality. What is the point of asceticism? Fast, celibacy, and all that. Don't we agree that God is a spirit? Don't you worship him because he's your spirit?
Good heavens, no! We worship him because he's wise and good. There's nothing especially fine about simply being a spirit. The devil is a spirit.
Oh, now you're mentioning the devil is very interesting. It's the most interesting thing, this tendency in popular religion to separate, to breed pairs of opposites, heaven and hell, God and devil. I need hardly say that in my view, no real dualism in the universe is admissible. And on those grounds, I should have been disposed even a few weeks ago to reject these pairs of doublets as pure mythology. It would have been a profound error. The true cause of this universal religious tendency is to be sought to much deeper. The doublets are really portraits of spirit. Self-portraits, indeed, for it is the life force itself which has deposited them in our brains.
What on earth do you mean?
Your God and your devil are both pictures of the same force. Your own religion, after all, says that all the devils are fallen angels.
And what you're saying sounds to me like precisely the opposite. As far as I can make out, that angels are devils who have risen in the world.
It comes to the same thing.
Okay, look here, one wants to be careful. What you're saying sounds to me like the most horrible mistake a man can fall into, but that may be because in an effort to accommodate to my supposed religious views, you're saying a good deal more than you mean. It's only a metaphor, isn't it? All this about spirits and forces, and I expect all you really mean is that you feel it's your duty to work for the spread of civilization and knowledge and that sort of thing.
There you go. There you go. Like all you religious people, you talk and talk about these things all your lives, and the moment you meet the reality, you get frightened.
What proof? What proof have you that you're being guided or supported by anything else except your own individual mind or other people's books?
You didn't notice, dear Ransom, I improved a bit in my knowledge of extraterrestrial language since we last met. You are a philologist, they tell me.
How did you do it?
Guidance. You know. Guidance. Guidance. Things coming into my head. I'm being prepared all the time, being made a fit receptacle for it.
That ought to be fairly easy if this life force is something so obvious that God and devil are equally good ports of it, then I suppose a new receptacle is equally fit, and anything you can do is an equally good expression of it.
There's such a thing as the main current. It's a question of surrendering yourself to that, becoming the live conductor of the fiery central purpose, being the very finger with which it reaches forwards.
But I thought that was the devil aspect of it just a moment ago.
That is the fundamental paradox. The thing we are reaching forward to is what you would call God. The reaching forward, the dynamism, is what people like you always call the devil. The people like me, who do the reaching forward, are always martyrs. You revile us and by us come to your goals.
Does that mean, plainer language, that the thing the Force wants to do are what ordinary people call diabolical?
My dear Ransom, I wish you would not keep relapsing onto the popular level. The two things are only moments in the single unique reality. The world leaps forward through great men, and greatness always transcends mere moralism. When the leap has been made, our diabolism, as you would call it, becomes the morality of the next stage. But while we are making it, we are called criminals, heretics, blasphemers.
How far does it go? Would you still obey the life force if it found you prompting you to murder me?
Yes.
Or to sell England to the Germans?
Yes.
Or to print lies as serious research in a scientific periodical?
Yes.
God help you!
You're still wedded to your conventionalities, still dealing in abstractions. Can you not even conceive of a total commitment? A commitment to something which utterly overrides all our petty ethical pigeonholes.
Wait, Preston. But that may be a point of contact. You say it's a total commitment. That is, you're not out for your own advantage. No, wait, I'm saying that is a point of contact between your morality and mine. We both know.
Idiots! Idiot, can you understand nothing? Will you always try to press everything back into miserable jogging of your own framework of self and self-sacrifice? That is the old accursed dualism in another form. There is no possible distinction in concrete thought between me and the universe. Insofar as I am the conductor of the central forward pressure, I am it. Do you see, you timid, scruple-mongering fool? I, Weston, am the universe. I'm your God and your devil. I call that force into me completely. For Christ's sake, don't let them...
I failed him.
I'm caught up in this world I roam. No one to save me. I'm in this alone. Blink, I'm in solitude. I'm not sure that you can help me. Blink, I'm in solitude, and I'm not sure that you can help me. The river flows, but I can't stop it. 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 Blink. I'm in solitude, and I'm not sure you can help me. The river flows, but I keep pushing on. The river flows, but I can't stop it. The river flows, but I can't stop it. I can't stop it. I can't stop it. I can't stop
I am wondering whether all the people of your world have a habit of talking about the same thing more than once. Why do you not either talk of something else or stop talking?
Because this forbidding of yours is such a strange one. And so unlike the ways of Valadale in my world, and he is not forbidding you to think about dwelling on the fixed man.
That is a strange thing, to think about what will never happen.
Nay, in my world we do it all the time. We put words together to mean things that have never happened in places that never were. Beautiful words, well put together, and then complement one another. In that old world you spoke of, Malacandra, they did the same. It is for mirth and wonder and wisdom.
What is the wisdom in it?
Because the world is made up not only of what is, but what might be. Maladil knows both and wants us to know both.
This is more than I ever thought of. The other, the piebald one, has already told me things that made me feel as if I were a tree whose branches were growing wider and wider apart. But this goes beyond all, stepping out of what is into what might be, and talking and making things alongside the world. I will ask the king what he thinks of it.
You see, that is what we always come back to. If only you had not been parted from the king.
Oh, I see. That is also a thing that might be. The world might be so made that the king and I are never parted.
The world would not have to be different, only the way in which you live on it. In a world where people live on the fixed lands, they do not become suddenly separated.
But you remember, we are not to live on the fixed land.
No. But he has not forbidden you to think about it. Might that not be one of the reasons why you are forbidden to do it? So that you may have a might be to think about, to make story about, as we call it.
I will think more of this. I will get the king to make me older about it.
How greatly I desire to meet this king of yours. But in the matter of stories, he may be no older than you himself.
That saying of yours is like a tree with no fruit. The king is always older than I, and above all things.
But Piebald and I have already made you older about certain matters which the king never mentioned to you. That is the new good you never saw coming. You thought you would always learn old things from the king. But now Maladil has sent you other men whom it never entered your mind to think of. And they have told you things the king himself could not know.
I begin to see why the king and I were parted all this time. This is a strange and great good he intended for me.
Since Piebald and I have come to your world, we've put many things into your head which Maladil is not. Do you not see he is letting go of your hand a little?
How could he? He is wherever we go.
Yes. But in another way, he's making you to learn things. Not straight from him, but from your own meetings with other people and your own questions and thoughts.
He is certainly doing that.
Yes. He's making you a full woman. For up till now, you're only half-made, like the beasts who do nothing of themselves. This time, when you meet the king again, it is you who will have things to tell him. It is you who will be the older and who will make him older.
Maladil would not make a thing like that happen. It would be like a fruit with no taste.
But it would have a taste for him. Do you think the king must not sometimes be weary of always being the older? Would he not love you more if you were wiser than he?
Is this what you call poetry, or do you mean that it really is?
I mean that it really is.
But how could anyone love anything more? It is like thinking a thing could be bigger than itself.
I only meant you could become more like the women of my world.
What are they like?
Oh, they are of great spirit. They always reach out their hands for the new and unexpected good and see that it is good long before the men understand it. Their minds run ahead of what Maladil has told them. They do not need to wait for him to tell them what is good, but know it for themselves as he does. They are, as it were, little Maladils.
I wish I could see them.
I wish you could.
How wonderful is Maladil, and how wonderful are all his works. Perhaps he will bring out of me daughters as much greater than as I am greater than the beasts. It will be better than I thought. I thought I was always to be queen and mother. But I see now I may be as the Atala. I may be appointed to cherish when they are small and weak children who will grow up and overtop me, and at whose feet I shall fall. I see now it is not only questions and thoughts that grow wider like branches. Joy also widens out and comes where we had never thought. I'm asleep now. making story that I shrink back, O stranger, but from this one story you've put into my head. I can make myself a story about my children or the king. I can make it that the fish fly and the land beasts swim. If I try to make myself a story about living upon fixed land, I do not know how to make it about Maladil. For if I make it that he has changed his command, that will not go. And if I make it that we are living there against his command, that is like making the sky all black and the water so that we cannot drink it, and the air so that we cannot breathe it. And also, I do not see what is the pleasure of trying to make these things.
To make you wiser, older.
Do you know for certain it will do that?
Yes, for certain. That's how the women of my world have become so great and so beautiful.
Do not listen to that. Send them away. Do not hear what he says. Do not think of it.
Why do you start speaking before the supper is finished, Piebald? How do they do it in your world where there are many and more than two must often be together? Do you not talk in turns? Or have you some kind of art to understand even when all are speaking at the same time? I am not old enough for that.
I do not want you to hear him at all. He
This
is
piebald does not want you to hear me because he wants to keep you young. He does not want you to go on to the new fruits you have never tasted before.
But how could he want to keep me younger?
Have you not seen already that piebald is one who always shrinks back from the wave that is coming and would like, if he could, to bring back the wave that is past? In his very first hour of talking with you, did he not betray us? When you asked him to teach you death, he would not. He wanted you to remain young, not to learn death. Was it not he who first put it into your mind that it was possible not to desire the wave that Maladil was rolling towards us? To shrink so much you would cut off your arms and legs to prevent it from coming.
You mean he is so young?
He is what in my world we call bad. One who rejects the fruit he is given for the fruit he expected or the fruit he found last time.
And we must explain it to him. And will you teach us death?
Yes! Yes! Yes, it is for this that I came here. That you may have death in abundance. But you must be very courageous.
Courageous. What is that?
It is what makes one to swim on a day when the waves are so great and so swift. Something inside you bids you stay on land.
I know! Those are the best days of all for swimming.
Yes, but to find death, and with death the real oldness and the strong beauty and the uttermost branching out, you must plunge into things greater than waves.
Oh. I see. I see. These are like no other words I have ever heard. They are like the bubble breaking on the tree. They make me think of... I do not know what they make me think of.
I will speak greater words than these, but I must wait till you are older.
Make me older?
will not now to make you older, in his own time, and his own way, and will not that be far better?
You see, he himself, though he did not mean nor wish to do so, made you see a few days ago that Maladil is beginning to teach you to walk by yourself, without holding you by the hand. That was the first branching out. When you came to know that, you were becoming really old. And since then, Maladil has let you learn much. Not from his own voice, but from mine. His way of making you older is to make you make yourself older. And yet this piebald would have you sit still and wait for Maladil to do it all.
What must we do to Piebald to make him older?
I do not think you can help him until you are older yourself. You cannot help anyone yet. You are as a tree without fruit.
It is very true. Go on.
Good, then listen. Have you understood that to wait for Maladil's voice when Maladil wishes you to walk on your own is a kind of disobedience?
I think I have.
The wrong kind of obeying can be a disobeying.
I see. I see. Before now, I have chased a beast for mirth, and it has understood and run away from me. If it had stood still and let me catch it, that would have been a kind of obeying, but not the best sort.
You understand very well. When you are older, you shall be even wiser and more beautiful than the women of my world. And you see that it may be so with Maladil's bidding.
I think I do not see quite clearly.
Are you certain he really wishes to be always obeyed?
How can we not obey what we love?
The beast that ran away loved you?
I wonder if it is the same. The beast that ran away knows very well when I wish it to run away and when I wish it to come to me. But Maladil has never said that any word or work of his was a jest. How can our beloved need to jest or frolic as we do? He's all burning joy and strength.
No, it would not be a jest. That is only a thing like it, not the thing itself. But could the taking away of your hand from his, the full growing up, the walking in your own way, could that ever be perfect unless you had, if only once, seemed to disobey him?
But how can one seem to disobey?
By doing what he only seemed to forbid. There might be a command in which he wished you to break.
But if he told us we were to break it, then it would be no command. And if he did not, how should we know?
How wise! You are growing, beautiful one, now. If he told you to break what he commanded, it would be no true command, as you have seen. For you are right. He makes no jests. A real disobey. A real branching out. This is what he longs for, secretly, because to tell you would spoil all.
I thought your words had meaning. But now it seems they have none. To walk out of Maladil's will is to walk into nowhere.
That is true of all of his commands except one.
But can that one be different?
Nay, you see of yourself it is different. These other commands of his to love, to sleep, to fill this world with your children, you see of yourself they are good, and they are the same in all worlds. But the command against living on the fixed land is not so. You've already learned he gave no such command to my world, and you cannot see where the goodness of it is. No wonder. For if it were really good, must he not have commanded it to all worlds alike? For how could Maladil not command what was good? There is no good in it. It is mere command. It is mere forbidding for the sake of forbidding.
But why?
In order that you may break it. What other reason can there be? It is not good. It is not the same. It stands between you and all settled life, all command of your own days. Is Maladil himself not showing you as plainly as he can that it was set up as a test, as a great wave you must go over, that you may become really separate from him?
But this is all coming from you, stranger. There's no whisper even of the voice saying yes to your words.
But do you not see that there cannot be? He longs, oh, how greatly he longs to see his creature become fully itself. To stand up in its own reason and its own courage even against him. But how can he tell it to do this? That would spoil all. Whatever it did after that would only be one more step taken with him. This is the one thing of all the things he desires in which he must have no finger.
If I could but know this.
He cannot tell you, he must not tell you. And here's what he comes to tell you, to have some other creature tell it for him. And behold, he has done so. Is it for nothing? Or is not his will? I have traveled through deep heaven to teach you what he would have you know, but must not say himself.
Lady, if I speak, will you hear me?
Gladly, Piebald.
This man has said that the law against living on the fixed island is different from the other laws in that you cannot see the goodness in it, and it's not the same for all worlds. And so far, he says well. But then he goes on to say that it is thus different in order that you may disobey it. I think there might be another reason.
Say it, Piebald.
I think he made one such law in order that that might be obedience. In all these other matters, you see, what you call obeying is doing what seems good in your own eyes. Is not content with that. You do that indeed because they're his will, but not only because they're his will. Tell me, where else can you taste the joy of obedience unless he bids you do something for which his bidding is the only reason? When we spoke last, you told me if you told the beast to walk on their heads, they would delight to do so. So I know you understand what I'm saying.
Oh, brave Piebald, this is the best you've said yet. This makes me older far, but it does not feel like the oldness the other has given me. Oh, how well I see it. We cannot walk out of our will, but he has given us a way to walk out of our will. And there could be no such way except a command like this, of our world. I knew there was joy looking upon the fixed land and laying down all thought of ever living there, but I did not till now understand. Piebald, if you are so young as this other says, how do you know these things?
What? He says I'm young. I say not.
I older than he, and he dare not deny it. Before the mothers of his mother were conceived, I was already older than he could reckon. I have been with Malvin, the Emperor. He never came and heard the eternal counsels, and I am greater than him in the order of creation, and before me he is of no account. Is it not so?
In our world, to be older is not always to be wise.
Oh, look at him. Consider how his forehead is wet and his cheeks have turned white. You have not seen such things before. You shall see them more often hereafter. It is what happens. It is the beginning of what happens to little creatures who set themselves against great ones.
But he was right, stranger, about this forbidden. It is you who needs to be made older. Can you not see?
I have always seen the whole whereof he sees but the half. It is most true that Malvin has given you a way of walking out of your own will, but out of your deepest will. Your deepest will, at present, is to be always as you are now. Only his beast, a very young child. The way out of that is hard. It was made hard that only the very great, the very courageous, the very wise should dare to walk in it, to go on out of this smallness in which you now live, through the dark wave of his forbidding, and into the real life, deep life, with all its joy and splendor and hardness.
Hey, there's something he's not telling you. All this we're now talking has been talked before. The thing you wanted to try has been tried before. Long ago, when our world began, there was a man and a woman in it, like you and the king are in this. And there, once he stood before the woman, like he stands here now, he had found her alone. Like he had found you alone, and she did the thing. She listened to him, and she did the thing that Malden had forbidden her to do, but no joy or splendor came of it. What came of it, I cannot tell you, because you have no image of it in your mind. But all love was lost, and Malden's voice became harder to hear. The woman was against the man, and the mother against the child, and when they lived to eat, there was no fruit on their trees, and hunting for food took all their time, so that their life became narrower, not wider.
He has hidden the half of what happened. Hardness came out of it, but also splendor. They made with their own hands mountains higher than your fixed island. They made for themselves floating islands, which they could move through the ocean at will faster than any bird can fly. Because there was not always food enough, a woman could give the only fruit to her husband or her child and eat death instead. Could give them all, as you in your narrow little life of eating and kissing and playing and riding fishes have never done, nor shall do till you break the commandments. Because knowledge was harder to find, those few who found it excelled their fellows, as you excelled the beasts, and thousands were striving for their love.
I will go to sleep.
Not yet, there is more. He has not told you that it was because of this breaking of the commandment which brought Malvin into our world, and because of which he was made man. He dare not deny it.
Do you say this, Bible?
It is a spirit, and you're getting mad. It goes on from century to century, you're getting mad.
Do you say this, Bible?
I will tell you what I say. Of course, joy came of it. This Malden, a beast that we can stop his path, or a leaf that we can twist his shape. Whatever you do here will make good of it in the end, but not the good he had intended for you if you had obeyed him. The first mother and the first king of our world did the forbidden thing, and what they lost did not see. And there were some to whom no good came nor joy ever will. You, tell her all. Do you rejoice that Malden became a man? Tell her of your joys and your profits that you made when you made Malden and death acquainted.
Ransom!
What?
Nothing. Ransom!
What is it?
Nothing. Ransom!
What the hell did you want?
Nothing.
Bible! You slept long. What do you think of us and our leaves?
The dragons? The poor dragons? What has he done to them?
He just found the scales somewhere and dropped them.
Why have you done this, lady?
Why did you never tell us, Bible?
Tell you what?
The other has shown me that the trees have leaves and the beasts have fur, and said that the men and women in your world also hung beautiful things about them. Oh, why do you not tell us how we look? I hope this is not one of the new goods from which you draw back your hand. It cannot be new to you if they all do it in your world.
But it's different then. It is cold.
So the other said, but he said to do it even where it is warm.
Has he told you why to do it?
To be beautiful, why else? Everyone should wish to be as beautiful as they can, and we cannot see ourselves.
We can.
How could that be? Even if you could roll your eyes right round, they would see only blackness.
Not that way. I will show you.
What is it?
Look at it.
How?
Look.
What is it? I saw a face.
Only your own face. Beautiful one.
I know. My face. Out there. Looking at me. My heart is beating too fast. I'm not warm. What is it? What is it?
It is called fear.
Fear. This is fear. I do not like it.
It will go away.
It will never go away. It is into more and more fear that is driving you.
It is into great waves and through them and beyond. Now that you know fear, you see that it must be you who will taste it on behalf of your race. You know that the king will not. You do not want him to. But there's no cause for fear in this little thing. Rather for joy. What is fearful in it?
Things being two, and they are one. That thing is me, and not me.
But if you do not look, you will never know how beautiful you are.
It is very strange.
It is very beautiful, do you not think so?
Yes.
But you have not yet found, you set out to find.
What was it? I have forgotten.
Whether or not this robe of dragon scales has made you more beautiful or less.
I saw only a face.
Hold it farther away and you shall see the whole of the alongside woman. The other, who is your I will hold.
You vile
Do
scum!
you think he can fight with me? Do you not know who I am? Or do you think he will save you, little one? Your pathetic god. Oh. You all think he's going to save you, don't you? Oh, till you come to your senses, screaming recantations in the fire! Mouldering in concentration camps, writhing under saws, shivering in madhouses, or nailed to the cross! Could your Christ save himself? Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani!
God, forgive me.
It's all true, you know? It's all very well for you. Drowning doesn't hurt and death is bound to come anyways and all that nonsense, but what do you know about death? It's all true, I tell you. I've been stuffing myself up with a load of nonsense all my life, trying to persuade myself that it matters what happens to the human race. Trying to believe that anything you could do would make the universe bearable. It's all wrong. Do you see? A little child that creeps upstairs when no one's looking and very slowly goes to turn the handle to take one peep into the room where its grandmother's dead body is laid out. And then runs away and has bad dreams. An enormous grandmother, you understand. Children are afraid to go through a churchyard at night, and the grown-ups tell them not to be silly. Well, the children know better than the grown-ups. People in Central Africa doing beastly things with masks on in the middle of the night. And missionaries and civil servants say it's all superstition. Well, the blacks know more about the universe than the white people. Dirty priests in back streets in Dublin frightening half-witted children to death with stories about it. We would say they're unenlightened, they're not, except that they think there is a way of escape. There isn't. That is the real universe. That's what it all means. That's why it's so important to live as long as you can. All the good things are now. A thin little rind of what we call life put on for show, and then the real universe, forever and ever. To thicken the rind by 1 centimeter, to live 1 week, 1 day, 1 half hour longer. That's the only thing that matters. Of course, you don't know it, but every man who's waiting to be hanged knows it. You ask, what difference does a short reprieve make? What difference? Humanity as a whole knows better. It knows, Homer knew, that all the dead have sunk down into the inner darkness under the rind, all twittering, gibbering, decaying boogeymen. Every savage knows that all ghosts hate the living who are still enjoying the rind, just as old women hate girls who still have their good looks. It's quite right to be afraid of ghosts. You're going to be one all the same. Picture the universe as an infinite globe with this very thin crust on the outside. But remember, its thickness is the thickness of time. It's about 70 years thick in the best of places. We are born on the surface of it, and all our lives we are sinking through it. Once we've got all the way through, then we are what's called the dead. If your God exists, he's not in the globe. He's outside, like a moon. As we pass into the interior, we pass out of his ken. He doesn't follow us in. Oh, you would express it by saying he's not in time, and you think that comforting. In other words, he stays put, out in the light and air. But we are with time. We move with the times, which is to say, from his perspective, we pass away into what he regards as non-entity, where he never follows. That's all there is to us, all there ever was. Even the ordinary scientists, like when I used to be myself, are beginning to figure this out. But haven't you seen all this modern stuff? What the dangers of extrapolation and big space and the interdeterminacy of the atom. They don't say it in so many words, of course, but what they're getting to, even before they die nowadays, is what all men get to when they're dead. The knowledge that reality is neither rational, nor consistent, nor anything else. In a sense, you might say it isn't there. Real and unreal. True and false. They're only on the surface. They give way the moment you press them. The only point of anything is that there isn't any point. Why do ghosts frighten? Because they're ghosts. What else is there to do? The countermand into the universe, or any other building for that matter, depends very much on where he is standing, inside or out. All the good things you like to dwell on are outside a planet like our own, or Perelandra, for instance, or a beautiful human body. All the colors and pleasant shapes are merely where it ends, where it ceases to be. Inside, what do you get? Darkness, pressure, worms, heat, salt, suffocation, stink. Of course you don't care. The people in the Rhine don't care about us. They haven't been pulled down yet. It's like a dream I once had, though I didn't then know how true it was. I dreamed I was lying. Dead. You know, nicely laid out in the ward of a nursing home with my face settled by the undertaker and big lilies in the room. And then a sort of person who was all falling to bits, like a tramp, you know. Only it was himself, not his clothes that were coming to pieces, came and stood at the foot of my bed. Just hated me. All right, he said. All right. You think you might be fine now with your clean sheets and your shiny coffin being got ready. I began like that. We all did. Just wait and see.